Hello everybody, this is Rochan here. Last time we had seen the steps of glycolysis where one glucose molecule is broken down into two pyruvate molecules through 10 steps we saw in the EMP pathway. Now the next step, what is going to happen? The two pyruvate formed is going to be sent to the mitochondrial matrix. So if this is the cell and if this is the nucleus and everything, and some mitochondria is going to be present. Mitochondria is called powerhouse of the cell. Now mitochondrial matrix is this part. This part is called the mitochondrial matrix. So basically this oxidative decarboxylation of pyruvic acid happens in the matrix of mitochondria. What is oxidative decarboxylation? Decarboxylation. So carbon is going to be removed and there is release of carbon dioxide in this particular process, right? What is going to happen is pyruvic acid formed. It is a 3-carbon molecule or a compound is going to be formed into a 2-carbon compound, and for this to happen we need some enzyme and we need some coenzymes as well. So this happens in the presence of pyruvate dehydrogenase complex. What is pyruvate dehydrogenase complex? Pyruvate dehydrogenase complex is going to have pyruvate dehydrogenase enzyme, and it is going to have 5 cofactors as well. What are those cofactors? We are going to have something called CoA, that is coenzyme A, and NAD is going to be present, magnesium ions is going to be present, and we are going to have something called thiamine pyrophosphate. TPP is thiamine pyrophosphate, and also lipoic acid. We are going to have pyruvate dehydrogenase enzyme plus these 5 cofactors together is pyruvate dehydrogenase complex. So with this pyruvic acid, so what is going to happen? CoA is added, NAD plus is added in the presence of pyruvate dehydrogenase complex. We are going to get something called acetyl CoA. Acetyl CoA is the 2-carbon compound produced here with the releasing of carbon dioxide. Very important. That is why we call this step oxidative decarboxylation, right? And we are going to get NADH plus H plus. This acetyl CoA which is formed is going to go to the Krebs cycle, which is the next step in aerobic respiration. So this is the second step. First step we saw glycolysis, glucose broke down into pyruvate, and here pyruvate has further broken down into acetyl CoA, and this acetyl CoA is going to go into Krebs cycle, and that cycle is going to be completed, and then it is going to the fourth step is going to be electron transport system. So this is about oxidative decarboxylation. uh, the acetyl CoA is commonly called the connecting link between glycolysis and Krebs cycle because this is the second step which happens. This is the intermediate step between glycolysis and Krebs cycle. That is why it is usually called the connecting link between glycolysis and Krebs cycle. If you remember, two pyruvic acid molecules are formed in the glycolysis. So this reaction is for one pyruvate. So everything is going to happen twice because there are two pyruvic acid molecule. Simple. So what can I tell about net energy yield here? There is no utilization of ATP here. Only in the product side only we get 2 NADH plus H plus. So when this 2 NADH gets oxidized, it is going to give us 6 ATP, because 1 NADH is going to give 3 ATP when oxidized, and hence 2 NADH is going to give 6 ATP. Why 2 NADH? Because this particular reaction happens twice, because there are 2 pyruvic acid molecules. Right? So I hope this is clear. Thank you so much.